we would rely on the committee to provide us with policy direction. And we also, as part of the whole entire team, we rely on our executive committee as well to promote our program and to communication throughout the SEP region. And then under that is our SEP management committee. And the management committee is somewhat larger than the executive committee, and this is more of a working committee. And I believe for the next year we will be meeting 3, perhaps 4 times per year. So the management committee consists of the EOC management team, which is the director, the information officer, and the risk manager. It also consists of all of our EOC heads, so our operations, logistics, as well as some key EOC roles such as our communications unit or documentation unit. And in our management committee set up as well are our agency reps throughout the community, such as Ministry of Transportation, BC Ambulance Service, Interior Health. So we will have working relationships with those agencies in order to provide support for them and have them work with us as part of our management committee to establish and develop our program. So the management committee is more of an advisory group for the operational plans, procedure reviews, recommendations for our annual budget, provides input for our training and exercises, and also set up subcommittees for special projects such as our exercise design team, volunteer recruitment subcommittees. Now I get to talk about what I enjoy the most, our human resources. That's what makes our program operate, and how we value every member of the Shuswap Emergency Program. So as we have advised you, my role as the manager of the Shuswap Emergency Program is only a partial component of my job at the Columbia-Shuswap Regional District as the manager of human resources and occupational health and safety. So although I dedicate a lot of time to the Shuswap Emergency Program, I rely greatly on, as a full-time emergency coordinator, and Cliff, as his title states, he coordinates the today functioning of the emergency program. Our part-time assistant is now the emergency social services director, and we have seen some great successes in the short time that Kathy has taken over as ESS director in very actively recruiting volunteers in Falkland and in Sicamous, and as well as the North Shore. So our as far as the setup of the Shuswap Emergency Program, we have our career staff members, as I noted above. We also have a number of additional local authority staff from the City of Salmonora, from District of Sicamous, and from Columbia-Shuswap Regional District. Now this is a very imperative component of our program, is to have paid staff trained to step up and assist in the event of an emergency while the Emergency Operations Center is being activated. I have taken one little process of trying to actively recruit our paid staff to join our TCOM trained, be able to provide us the needed support in the EOC. And I've actually written into as the Human Resources Manager, I can do this, I've written into the exempt management job descriptions at the Columbia-Shuswap Regional District a component that talks to the language of participating in the Shuswap Emergency Program. I had a brief conversation with Donna about that possibility for the City of Salmonora as well. It seems to be very infectious, so once you become involved with the emergency program, your enthusiasm grows. So we've certainly seen that at the Columbia-Shuswap Regional District. And as we've alluded to earlier, a large component of our program is through volunteers, and our volunteers are very, very important to us. However, there are a lot of restrictions when you have such a huge, important program to manage the safety of our citizens in the event of an emergency, or the responsibility and the accountability being placed on a volunteer. It's very imperative that we have trained, skilled, paid staff as part of our Shuswap Emergency Program. And then access to the resources from first responders. For example, if we are having to do an evacuation, we can rely on the search and rescue to actually go door to door to deliver the evacuation notices. So the next clip just talks about our region and the statistics surrounding the Shuswap Emergency Program region. I think our population has remained somewhat consistent over the last couple of years, according to available to us. And the geographic region and the kilometers of lake shoreline, so the area in yellow being City Salmon Arm and then 6 off to the right. That is the Shuswap area coverage. I'm going to get down to some layman terms here. As Cliff has described to you, the BCERMS model, British Columbia Emergency Response Management System, is completely 100% color-coded, so you can walk into any emergency operations center in this country, in the United States, and I'm sure it's growing worldwide, and recognize the role that each department plays. So the green person in the middle, that's the boss. That would be myself as the EOC director, and we also have Ted as the EOC director and Peter Kilby, with also a goal of trained staff to step up into these roles. So on the left side, the orange and the blue. The orange is the operations section. So those are the people, those are the doers, we call them. They're the people that get out and do the stuff that the planners, the PERS have thought up that we need to do to plan and successfully overcome an emergency. So those two sections of an EOC, the 5 management functions, they interact and they pretty much work hand in hand. And if you at any time would like to have a tour of our EOC and share in our successes, as some of you have had the pleasure, you will notice when you walk into the EOC, the orange and the blues are together at one section of the EOC, and then on the right hand side, the yellow and the grays. Sad to say, the grays are the finance people, but that's the color that was given to them. Those are the people that are the getters, and the grays are the people that are the payers. So I don't think there's anything personal there about those colors, but again, the getters and the payers work hand in hand, so quite often you'll see those sections situated in a similar corner within an EOC. And then we're going to move to the next organization chart, and this is the BCERMS model of the Emergency Operations Center org chart. So again, the policy group in white at top would be asked to provide policy and direction in the event of a situation where the EOC is activated. The EOC director and the deputy director are in the green. So when you walk into Emergency Operations Center, we all wear a vest that is the color of the position of which we're filling. So you can always recognize where you belong if you're coming into an EOC. So the EOC director works with the PREOC, the provincial regional coordination level, and our PREOC for this area is in Kamloops. And we also, as part of the management team, is the risk management liaison officer and information officers. And they liaise directly with our agency representatives if it's CP Rail or BC Hydro or whoever that may be. And then under each of the sections are the units. So operations section, that's again the doers, and the incident command site level. So that could be the fire chief, the staff sergeant at the RCMP, or the head of CP Rail. They would be at the incident command at the site of the incident, and that person relates directly under the operations section. And then you'll see all the agencies listed under there. Planning, these are people that typically would belong into the EOC to assist with the planning function. Other than the flag team, under the very first highlight is under the situation section. So that's our field liaison group that would actually go out into the field and report back to the planning section. And again, all they come under the planning section. And then going to logistics, that's where our information technology comes under. Our communications section, our computer systems all report through to the information technology unit.